Welcome back to the Getting Results Inc. podcast. My name is Coach Gino, and alongside is SuperCoach, Coach Ken. Ken, how's it going, man?
Peachy, Gino. Peachy. Although we wanted to riff on something. So there was an interesting post today on LinkedIn, and the post was, which industry do you think would go away if humans lost the ability to lie?
Whoa. Which?
Yeah. So this was definitely written by a socialist communist in training who doesn't believe in America and capitalism. Because here's a few points on that. A lie, right? Nothing can exist in time that is based on a lie. It would not happen, right? Especially in free markets with free people, because the lie would be uncovered shortly. This is one of these little common errors of people who think big business or people who are successful are somehow lying, cheating, or screwing the system at some level. Integrity matters. And the only reason why businesses last is because they have integrity, right? Integrity matters because if it gets violated, all of us consumers know that very quickly, especially in this age of social media. So yet another opportunity to keep America safe for capitalism when you see blatant lies underpinning or trying to take down the very system that these people live in and prosper in.
There you go. There you have it, everyone. SuperCoach, always on duty for protecting capitalism. So awesome.
A lot of detractors out there, who don't get it's an exchange of value for value. You're only limited by your brains and ability, people. Stop whining and complaining and wanting free stuff.
Or if you want stuff, go earn it.
You got to earn it. Spot on. You got to earn it. Guess what? If you can't afford a house, move.
Everyone has an equal opportunity to go out and earn it. You just got to go and do it, right?
Spot on.
And that's why those that have, they have done that. Those that do not, they have not done that.
So complain and whine.
Yes.
Not their fault. Not my fault.
All right, so that was our capitalism commercial for this podcast. Let's move on. Today we want to bust a myth, right? And there's a myth out there that when you want to achieve more success or break out of a plateau or whatever it is, the myth is you got to work harder. You got to grind, right? You got to put in more hours, go in early, leave later, work weekends. So SuperCoach, let's talk about that myth. Is that legit?
That's a good inquiry. Do you have to grind? There is always a time for grinding. You got to go to work and you got to put in your time and you got to put in the hours, especially if you're beginning in whatever profession you are, especially if you're in financial services. First couple of years, you need to work weekends, work late, and grind, if you will. But there comes a point where it's no longer about grinding, although there seems to be sort of an ethos of all of us. I need to work harder. You've maybe read the articles that we put out there, or you've heard the quotes. Somebody like Will Smith or The Rock says, no matter what room I'm in, I will outwork every other human being in that room, blah, blah, like that.
Right.
That stuff. And that's a very common sort of idea. I will outwork everyone in the room. Don't let anybody out hustle you, which is cute to a level. But I would prefer, where most people would fall back to or go to the concept, instead of outworking everyone or out hustling everyone, how about outsmarting everyone? How about using your brains? Right? So instead of defaulting to going to grind, how about you think first and then do? Think, then do. See, Gina, there's a thing out there. It's called the curse of success. So however someone built their business, and we say it's an Edward Jones model of knocking on doors, meeting thousands of people, knocking on the door. Curse of success says once they reach a certain level, they're like, man, I need more business. What should I do? Oh, I'm going to go knock on doors again. That might not be the most efficient and or effective use of their time. Maybe it is. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying let's think a little bit. especially if you've built a business and you know that you see there's pattern in your business. Like, wow, you're doing really well with ice cream cart vendors. For some reason, your business is loaded with people who sell ice cream. You got the trucks that go around, whatever that. Maybe you follow ice cream people or you're addicted to ice cream. And you have a tremendous amount of ice cream vendors in your book or your business. Now, obviously, I'm being facetious, although I'm sure there's some of you out there who are like, oh my God, that's me. How did he know? I love ice cream. So where am I going? So think. So instead of knocking on doors and you notice you have a shit ton of ice cream vendors, wow, maybe you should go join the ice cream club vendor club or whatever, or the ice cream club society, or just go knock on ice cream vendor doors. That would make more sense.
Or even more is, how about connect with your clients who are ice cream vendors and get introduced to the people in their network of ice
there you
cream.
go. They're ice cream customers. Or maybe they have the ice cream truck with the white van. It's a white van and one of the really creepy ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Slinging stuff out the side.
Yeah. Or the business owners that are supplying the ice cream, these ice cream vendors.
Who's the ice cream maker? All right. Who's making the cows that make the milk that make the ice cream? Comes a whole hierarchy up.
What you like to say is niche weird, right? Going really down that tunnel.
There you go. And the weirder you are, the better, because the more protected your business is. Right. Once again, I am sure there is someone out there who has built a hell of a business around ice cream vendors or Cold Stone or the creamery stuff or whatever that is. There is nothing wrong with being a particular expert in a particular industry or niche. Now, why is that to advantage? Because you speak their language. You know what's going on for them. You know their unique problems that an ice cream vendor faces, like meltage. And you've got ideas on how to help that. So you can serve your clients on a deeper level.
Yeah. SuperCoach, I remember a story back when I was on the phones, drumming up clients and trying to get appointments. And I'd have my cubicle and everyone had their either wall office or cubicle. And during the day, at the end of a day, there'd be people looking outside their office over their cubicle to see who else was still there, right? Because they wanted to be the last person there because, hey, if I'm the last person out, that means I'm working really hard, right? I want everyone to see that I'm the last person out. And, it dawned on me at one point, it was like, do I want to be the last person out, or do I want to really get the real work done and then get out of there 2-3 o'clock, whatever it is, right? So there's a big part of this also is, what's your priorities? How are you prioritizing your time? You don't necessarily have to work harder, but if you work smarter and within a plan, you don't necessarily have to grind it out. You could
or refer back to our Anvil podcast or the articles that we've written around Anvil, which simply means objective measurement. Do you have specific standards that you are hitting in outbound activity to grow your business? And if you hit that activity, you're doing your job in control of achieving the goal, which keeps you sane and which keeps you from doing dumb things like simply staying in the office to be the last one. Simply to be the last one.
Yeah. Like, do you really want to toil and late evening in your office, not really being effective at all, and you're robbing time from yourself, your family, and other pursuits that you could be doing, or you could be doing it a different way. For sure.
Or if you are staying late, you're staying late because of activity, because you're hitting your numbers, whatever those are.
Yep. Awesome.
And another point on that about staying late is nobody cares.
That is true.
Right. Nobody cares.
I could tell you, I was that person I've had my plan. If I got my calls done and my work was done by noon and I was done, I could go have lunch and I'm done for the day. See you later. I don't care about being the last one out of here. Sorry. Right. So I think as long as you get done what you need to get done, your priorities are done. You've done the right activity to produce the right result. Do you really need to? So, yeah. All right, SuperCoach. So what, let's leave people with, what's one tip around this that we could provide for them to work on this this idea of I got to grind and work harder to produce results.
A very powerful tip about the working harder and the grinding part is using your brain as thinking. So there's this wonderful thing called physics and the law of unequal distribution. Okay, everybody knows about the 80-20 rule. Okay, so what we like to play with in getting results is the game changer rule. Or what is the 1% of activities, actions, people, places, however you want to define that provides 50% of the value? Like, where is the majority of the value? Like today, where is your greatest opportunity? And if you don't know, right, you're like, fish, I really don't know. You're staring at the screen or you're talking to ChatGPT and they can't give you an answer. Okay, so if you really don't know, guess, right? Make a guess. Whatever that guess is, take the shot at the guess. Because guesses, fascinatingly, sometimes can be right. As a matter of fact, a lot of times they are right. And a guess is better than non-action. Because if you don't guess and you don't take action, you're going to go into your head and you're going to start thinking. And what you're going to start thinking about is how much you suck and why you didn't become a dentist.
Hey, that's a noble career, dentist.
Oh, there's no doubt. Being a dentist isn't very.
God bless my dentist.
God, I mean, just think we would look like the English if we didn't have dentists.
Oh man, that's funny.
Ooh, low blow to England. But as a dentist, come on, you're spending all day in somebody's mouth.
Yeah.
And how many people have fresh breath?
Good point, SuperCoach.
Good.
Well
seen.
Good. Well, listen, if you feel like you're someone who's grinding, working really hard, and feel like you're not getting anywhere, the other option is reach out to us and allow us to assist you in getting out of wherever you're stuck, and allow us to guide you on the path to righteousness and to noble work that you can accomplish great things and not have to really grind it every single day. We can help you with that.
Spot on. We can help you with that. Game can't be won. We only get to play it. But if you enhance the player, the game itself improves. So once you figure out you can't win, like once you hit $1 million, amazing thing happens. Nothing happens. There's no parade, no fireworks. The president of your company doesn't come and shake your hand, give you a hug, and bring you a cake. Once again, nobody cares. Your spouse may even say, "Oh my God, that's nice. Pick up milk on the way home." Okay, all in the same sentence.
Yep.
So sometimes this stuff can be a little bit deflating. But if we play it in a way that's in alignment with ourselves, that there's a natural pulling forth, that we're actually using our brains, we're connected, we're enjoying our people, our staff, our clients, the activities we build the business with, a level of effortlessness arises within us. So we don't want to hate our job. We don't want to hate our business at any level. And you don't want to hate your clients either. If you're feeling any of those levels, dislike, hate, like, you're getting that, what am I doing this? Why aren't I a dentist? You should really reach out, because you ain't going to solve the problem yourself. What you're going to do is you're going to repeat the stuff you did in the past, and you're going to get the same results. And then you're going to really want to be a dentist at some time.
Yeah.
Orthodontics.
Yeah.
That's
no doubt. No doubt about that.
Oral surgery. Fun one.
Yeah. SuperCoach.
But many of you aren't that smart to become doctors. So reach out to us.
Yeah. That famous saying, right? You walk in a wall and, you hit your head on it, and then you do it again, expecting a different result. I don't know.
Look at the wall here. Why is there a wall here?
Yeah.
Why is it so here after
that wall. I hit it? My way.
Who did this to me? Who moved my cheese?
Hey, so for those listening,
where's the laughing gas?
So those watching on YouTube, SuperCoach is wearing a hat with some letters on it, and for
Strange
those
code.
and his cup. So if you're watching on YouTube, if you can tell us in an email, Gino at gettingresultsinc.com, what those letters stand for, okay? And if you're not on YouTube right now, go to YouTube. You can go bring up this podcast and take a look at what Coach Ken's hat looks like. And if you can email us back, the first one to do that will get a Getting Results prize of our choosing, of course.
Great value.
Of great value, no doubt. But if you can, and by the way, only for those that haven't been to our last Slight Edge Accelerator program, you are unfortunately not in this game. But anyone else,
past clients would be cheating too, or current clients. That's also
yes,
cheating,
yes,
but we still send you a prize.
Absolutely. So the first one, let's have some fun. So the first one to get to us on that, you'll get a prize. So. SuperCoach, before we close out today, any other thoughts before we go our way?
Final thought is no offense to all the dentists out there. I'm only kidding. I know you guys really enjoyed the podcast, but no offense.
Good. No offense should be taken. This is all lighthearted, fun stuff. We're just playing around, and if you're not having fun, why do it? So with that, thanks, SuperCoach. And to our listeners, if you enjoyed today's podcast, please be sure to like and share us, follow us. We really would love people to share our podcast to others. So if there's someone out there that that could use some advice, some good laughs, or just getting a new input, please forward it to them. We'd love to extend out to those that haven't heard us yet.
Spot on.
Right.
Spot on. Right. Especially our financial advisor clients out there. I know you have dentists. Send this to them just for kicks. Give something to talk about.
No. Dentists need structure too.
Set them free.
Yes, set them free. Interestingly enough. So with that, we can be found on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. And of course, you can go to gettingresultsinc.com. We have our podcasts out there as well as other resources. Until our next episode, be great.